me, Mama Sandy. I'm a writer, poet, playwright, storyteller.
Mama Sandy.
Yeah, Mama Sandy.
Love you, Mama Sandy.
Storyteller, you name it. Somewhat musician. I play a little bit of Jimmy now and then, but I'm known for my tambourine I carry with me. I like wear it around my neck, my tambourine. I have co-written one, but altogether I've written like 4 children's skits or plays. I'd like to give a shout out to all the beautiful sisters and queens that are sitting up here and the kings that have come out to support. Yes. I have to give it to the kings as well. I also want to give a lovely shout out to Miss Wasita McKinley and her group. Whoop, 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 whoop. Okay, we need one another. I also like to give a shout out to all the testimonies that has been spoken today, because you never know what's going on behind closed doors. And it's not an age thing. It's not an age thing, because so many young people today are into the violence and so forth. We're losing our youth. And even the older members. We got 1 foot in the grave, 1 foot hanging out in a relationship and getting beat up. I've seen it happen, you know. This is a month with so many things going on. But we got the Cancer Awareness Month. My mother is 79 years old, God willing. She is now 24 years breast cancer free. We had a scare. We had a scare a couple of weeks ago. She fell because she had a heart surgery, and now she has a monitor. But just like the song, I fall, I get up, and she did, and had to be at church Sunday. That's my mom. I get a lot of my ways from her. Always energized. I myself had a stroke last August from a wheelchair to where I am here today. I'm still working on some issues that I know I need to stop. So I won't have a recurring one. But the main thing, I am here today, praise God, and prayers. A little bit on domestic violence, I would like to say this, if I go to this point. When I heard the young lady speak about losing her sister, I had a friend of mine, and I go to full detail, but I will say it. I had a friend of mine who lives in Canada. I'm also a mentor and a tutor. So when I'm not on stage or doing whatever I do, I am known for my fedora hats and many colors. Received a phone call because she did not hear from her daughter in a couple of days, and she's so used to hearing from her daughter and bringing the children to the grandparents' house. And this particular day, the children did not show up. But what happened was that the father, and she was one that did not speak either on it until it was too late. And she happened to be home. The father that was there, her husband, killed her, killed the 2 children, a little boy and a little girl. A baby who's not even walking. And then blew his own brains out. Her father came the next day, came through the window. And that's the sight that he saw. To see it, and that was his only daughter. Only child, actually. You never know what's happening. We need to communicate. We need to talk. We need to be there to support you right, not judge. Because the main ones is out there, like I've heard people saying earlier today, saying, oh, well, about this, about her, about him, about that. The same thing probably happened to you or have happened to you. Now you go sit there and judge somebody else. But that's what folks do. Things happen for a reason. Like I said to Sister Wasita, thank you. Also, a big shout out to Mama Ayo Handy Kendi sitting here, a very good friend of mine. I've had the opportunity to work with her. Marisha just walked out the door, which is Miss Nana Malaya Rucker, who I've been working with for 13 years, 8 years off and on stage. She directed one of my storytelling plays that I wrote on Sojourner Truth, which I named Sojourner Going to Tell the Truth. I have to give my shout out and the kudos because these are people that also help pave my path. When I had the stroke, thanks to Ayo Handy, and I was on her show one time, I was all out of breath. She's my breathologist. Dr. Kakai Carey Patterson is not here. I give my shout out to him as well because he was there for him, jacked me up a couple times, didn't he? Well, okay, we ain't go with that story. But anyway, and then I have Nana Malaya Rucker, who I've had the pleasure of working with her and traveling with her many, many days. Love her. Love you all. I was going to do Maya Angelou, Phenomenal Woman, and Still I Rise, but I couldn't find the book my mother gave me. I tore the house up. But that's okay today because, things happen for a reason. So I called Wasita this morning, and I'm like, pulling the rest of my gray hair out, these dreads and everything. And I'm like, okay, I can't find, blah, blah. That's okay. But I have this one. Reason why? Because this is the one that I wrote. Woman, did not come from man's mind to be outwitted, but to share their thoughts. And nor she come from his eyes to be closed out from reality, but to share their beautiful surroundings. And nor did she come from his ears to be closed out from communication when they can sit down and express their opinions towards a better relationship. Nor did she come from his mouth to be cursed and scorned for unbelievable statements that could cause so much hate, torment, and hell. Nor did she come from his throat to be choked out from the breath and the joys of life that could be ever so comforting, even during your man's time of need. In her time of need, sit down and communicate. But at least, nor she come from his arms to be crushed by, but to be held in the utmost gentleness. And nor she come from his hands to be abused by, but to feel the vibrations of caring. And nor she come from his feet to be stomped upon or treaded on and stomped on. Walk beside one another. Love one another. Because the only two of you together from only God on alone. So a man and woman, don't try to outsmart me. Don't close me out. Don't shut me out. Don't curse me. Don't scorn me. Don't crush me. And damn sure don't abuse my body. Don't abuse my beautiful black body, for this is all I have. This is my temple. Love me. Walk with me. Share with me. And it will always, always be beautiful. You can have all the sexual relations in the world. You can have all the finances in the world. But without communication, you ain't got. Now I'm in the church. Without communication, you ain't got, because I'm in the church. Without communication, you ain't got nothing. But read between the lines as you know what I was saying, because that's the type of poetry that I do. But I tell you, ladies, those that you can stand up and repeat after me. I am a phenomenal woman.
I am a phenomenal woman.
I am a phenomenal queen. And stand up on this, you can stand it because we're proud and we're black, and don't be afraid to do it. Why? Because we still rise. Say it.
We still rise.
Say it again. We still rise. Say it.
We still rise.
Make your hands accountable for it. Because we still rise. And don't let nobody ever tell you different, because we're queens and we're built that way.
All right. All right.
Love. And we're going to keep it moving on. I want to first have